Hey guys, it's Pastor Mark. I just wanted to give a quick update. If you've been paying attention to the news the last few days, a couple things have emerged regarding COVID, and they're both, just really encouraging to us. The very first one is that the Tri-County Health Department is moving our county, Arapahoe County, to level clear. Now that's not how they've been operating, right? That dial. It's a little bit different from that, so we were kind of waiting for it to go to level green, and this is very similar to that. So if you think of the old dial as level green, and this is level clear, I don't know why they changed the colors and all that, but that's where we're headed. So that's very, very exciting. And so on about Wednesday of this week, they sent out an updated order, and so I just want to go over a couple of the highlights from that. The very first one is that 43.9% of Tri-County is fully vaccinated. So that's, from 0 to 500, however old people are, that's 43.9% are fully vaccinated, and 56.5% have at least had their first vaccination. And so we can see that maybe by like June 10th or so, it'll be 56.5% of the Tri-County area will be fully vaccinated. And really the reason why that is significant is back at the end of April, when countries like Israel and England were hitting those levels, the COVID hospitalizations, COVID deaths, and all that sort of stuff just really started to collapse. So that's a very exciting development for our area. And so what they've said, what level clear means is that businesses can operate at 100% capacity, which churches have been allowed to do, except we had to do mitigation and we had to follow guidelines. And so we had to keep, socially distancing, we had to tape off pews and all that sort of stuff. But now we can operate at 100% capacity with no mitigation requirements except the mask mandate. And so they're still asking us to follow that mask mandate that the governor has in place. Still, they want us to remind everyone, please, if you are sick, stay home, right? I mean, that is common sense, but as we've seen in the last year, common sense is not always so common. And even, people can be very smart, but not have common sense, and it just sort of causes, issues. So the thing about that too, though, so like on Thursday, with the updated Tri-County health order, the CDC put out a new health order that says fully vaccinated people can resume activities without wearing a mask or socially distancing. So fully vaccinated people, according to the CDC. Now, with the exemption of any sort of federal, state, local, tribal, or territorial laws, rules, or regulations, including sort of local guidelines. And so we're still, under that Colorado mask mandate. So the beautiful thing is that, and I'm going to be showing a graphic right here, right now, that just shows that if you are fully vaccinated, so that means if you have one dose of the Johnson & Johnson and it's 2 weeks have passed, if you have both doses of the Pfizer or Moderna and 2 weeks have passed, you're fully vaccinated. And what the CDC has put out just this week is that sort of safest activities. What they're not saying safe, because life is never safe. I mean, you can never be completely safe. Even friends, even just staying at home is not fully safe, because there's mental and there's emotional and all other things that are going on that can wreck people and wreck their lives. And so the safest activities include attending a full capacity worship service as long as you are fully vaccinated. So friends, if you are vaccinated, it is safe for you to come to church. You're fully vaccinated. You got that Johnson & Johnson, or you got 2 of those Moderna or Pfizer or whatever, and if 2 weeks have passed, it is safe for you to come to church. And this is not me saying it. It is the CDC. And so we want to encourage you that if you are fully vaccinated, for you to return to worship with us. Now, I'm confident that the new CDC guidelines that were put out Thursday, yesterday, they're going to impact the statewide mask mandate here, probably sooner than later. So I want you to remain a little bit flexible. So here's a proposed plan that I went to our Regathering team, and so that was chair people of our committees, That was people in our church. We have a pulmonologist, so we talked to him about it. We have nurses and all that sort of stuff. So the leadership of our church agreed to this plan. That is, remove the 6-foot poles in our pews. Remove the out-of-order signs in our bathrooms, that were sort of making sure that every other, potty was not used. I mean, fellas, honestly, right, if you're walking up to a urinal still and there's several available, let's still do that dude thing and make sure that there's space, right? But we don't have to have those signs up anymore. We can take down those socially distant stickers around the building, we've done that. And so praise God that we have progressed this far in COVID and fighting COVID, that we can do this. On May 30th, our plan is to remove the tape. And so we are just sort of slowly phasing in. If there's not any sort of change to our mask mandate, then we're going to say on Father's Day, June 20th, that masks are optional. And then, our hope is that on August 8th, we're going to be able to have a celebration Sunday and just celebrate everything that God has done, everything that God is doing in our church family. And one of the most exciting things, and I just want to just really express a great deal of appreciation to all you guys who have stayed safe, stayed healthy, made wise decisions. I want to thank you, because this time last year, had no idea if over the course of the next year, right, that we'd be doing, funerals every week. And praise God that hasn't happened. We've walked through a global pandemic. And as far as we know, only one local church member who had COVID, several months later, passed away because of some heart complications. Nobody in our church family that lives here locally and that we know of has died directly due to COVID. There is that one who developed a heart problem and months later likely died due to their having COVID. So praise God for that. I mean, literally, guys, let's just take a moment and thank God that we have not seen just a rash of people dying. So friends, let's rejoice, let's gather, let's worship, let's get excited. So this Sunday, no polls that you guys moved out of the way anyway, no social distancing necessary. If you are vaccinated, it is safe for you to regather. The science and the CDC says that it is safe, so please join us for worship. If you join us on May 30th, you'll notice we're going to be taking down the tape because we don't have to socially distance anymore. We may see that mask mandate is updated before June 2nd, but if not, our plan is to make masks optional on Father's Day, which is June 20th, and then celebrate everything God has done on August 8th. Guys, love you, appreciate you. God bless, and have a wonderful day.